Hey, everybody! Welcome. We are so excited. It's time for a Savvy party. I'm here with our virtual Savvy product team, and we are celebrating, you guys. We are celebrating because we just in the past 2 weeks had over 300 students join this Savvy system. Let me see here. I'm going to put it up just so we can all celebrate it. Boom! Over 300 students in the past 2 weeks. And so honestly, we just wanted to come on here as a virtual Savvy team and hang out with you guys, to chat with you, to celebrate some of our recent wins, and just to kind of have a Savvy party, because there ain't no party like a Savvy party, right, guys?
That's right.
Awesome. So I'm really excited for this. I know that some of you guys, we have been getting just so much engagement the past 2 weeks. You guys have been joining our webinars. You guys have been hanging out with us and asking us questions in chat, and we've been emailing back and forth. A lot of you guys have emailed us, and these are actually the people you've been emailing, and this is maybe the first time you're getting to put a face to a name. So what we're going to do, just kind of like a little bit of what we're doing over the next hour, like what is this thing? So we're going to be going through a bunch of different stuff. We're going to be sharing some of our own Savvy stories. We're going to do a Q&A time if you guys want. If you have some questions for us, I mean, anytime, just drop those questions in the comments. We're going to be showing you behind the scenes of the Savvy system. Whether you're a brand new student, do we have any new students already live with us? Go ahead and drop a comment if you are a Savvy system student at all. So we're going to, be answering questions of new Savvy system students, or if you guys are still maybe even on the fence, we actually have just less than 1 hour, like 58 minutes to be exact, to join the Savvy system. So before we go in and do intros on the team and everything, I do want to give a shout out to the Savvy system. If you haven't already joined, if it's something you've been thinking about, go check it out. You can have another tab open and be scrolling through it as we're talking. And then that'll give you an opportunity just to ask us some questions live, because you may just still have questions that you're like, Abby, I almost joined, but I didn't. There's like this one thing that I just couldn't get over. So remember, 10 o'clock Central Time tonight is when we close the doors to the course, and we do not open them again until January next year. Isn't that crazy? Like, how is the year halfway over already? I do not understand.
I know.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go around the horn, and we're each going to introduce ourselves. If we have like a fun little Savvy story, then like how the Savvy system has either impacted you or your own journey toward kind of this remote lifestyle, go ahead and, our team is going to be telling that part of the story, but I want to know your Savvy story too. I know I can't like bring you on live with me, but drop your Savvy story in the comments, because I want to know, how did you find out about the Savvies? How has the Savvies group, whether it's our course or our free community or our content, how has it impacted you in your life so far? What is your Savvy story? So go ahead and drop that below, and then let's just go through. Let's see, what is your Savvy story? There we go. We're doing this as we go along. So let's just go through and kind of the order on my screen. We can end with me, but Melanie, what's your Savvy story?
Hi, everyone. Well, my name is Melanie Fountain. I'm the Savvy System Director with the Virtual Savvy, but I started as a Savvy System student in January of 2019. I'm a single mom. I live in California, and my why was to quit my full-time job so that I can be more present in my daughter's life. And so I Googled all the things work at home, as probably most of us have. And that's when I stumbled across Abby and the Savvy System back then, the VA boot camp. And so since then, I was able to quit my full-time job within 5 months of starting the Savvy system. And since then, it has been a whirlwind. I went from being a general VA in the Savvy system to becoming a Pinterest manager and really being known for it being in that industry. And now I'm the Savvy System Director with the Virtual Savvy. And let me tell you how surreal that is and what a dream it is to be here with you all tonight.
Oh, I love it so much. Every time I hear your story, Melanie, it just makes me so happy because everyone who's like, oh, I'm working full time, I have a lot on my plate. Melanie's like, yeah, been there, done that. I know it's hard. I'm not going to say it's not hard, but you can 100% do it. So I absolutely love your story. Thank you for sharing it. Alicia, right now your mic is muted, I think. There we go. I would love, what's your savvy story? You know, how did you learn about that? And who are you, first of all? I know who you are. Let everybody else know who you are.
Hi, everyone. My name's Alicia. I'm the Savvy Vault Director here at the Virtual Savvy. And so my story is a little bit different. I am a mom of 5 boys. And back when I had my 3rd son, I discovered virtual assisting. He's 6 now. So I knew that I wanted to be able to come and stay home with him. I wanted to do whatever it took to be able to get home. And so I stumbled upon virtual assisting. I kind of had a few clients here and there, kind of went back and forth doing various things. And then I found Abby a couple years ago, devoured all of your free content, learned as much as I could, wanted so badly to purchase the SavvySystem, but it was not in the cards for me at the time. So I actually purchased the Savvy Vault, and I did that for some time. And then here I am today. It's what led me here today. So I'm so thrilled to be here with you guys.
I love it. Alicia came on to Savvy. Oh my gosh. How long have you been on the team now, Alicia?
Is it 9 months?
I think it's been almost 9 months now, and just absolutely been killing it. All of our Savvy Vault students love her so much. If you don't know what Savvy Vault is, it's another product. We haven't highlighted as much this launch just because our SavvySystem course only opens twice a year. Savvy Vault is always open, but it's our tech training membership for virtual assistants. And you actually, whenever you purchase the SavvySystem, you can purchase the ultimate or you can purchase the ultimate SavvySystem, which is SavvySystem and Savvy Vault combined. So you're getting all of the here's how to start your business, here's how to grow your business, all of that, plus all of the tech and industry trainings. How many courses? It's over 60.
We're actually I believe we're at 69. So
oh my goodness, almost 70. That's so incredible. 70 tech and industry trainings. And we add a new one every month. It's so funny because I'm like, we add one new one every month. And then Alicia's like, oh, actually I added 2 this month. Oh, 2. I don't know if we've ever not added 2 courses. Yeah. So it's usually, or we're, because we're always having to update them all the time too. So sometimes it'll be launch a course and an update to a new course. So you are just working your booty off over there. If you are a Savvy Vault member, give Alicia a shout out in the comments because she does amazing, amazing things. Now, we're going to talk to Miss Emily, and we just found out this is Emily's first time going live in the Savvy's group, which is so crazy because Emily has been on the team for so long, and you guys have almost all probably interacted with her in some capacity because she's super engaged in the Savvy's group. She's the first person that many of you guys probably experienced in our inbox for a long time. So Emily, tell us your Savvy story.
Hello, happy to be here. I know it's I've never done this before. No one believed me, guys. Okay, so yes, I have worked for the Virtual Savvy. It'll be 2 years in October, so I've been around for a while. My Savvy story. So I used to have my own small business that was not virtual assistants. I made handmade gifts from home while I was a stay-at-home mom. So then I walked into some different life circumstances and found myself as a single mom. And I was so used to being with my kids, I didn't want to lose that. So I'm actually local to Abby. So I had met her and was talking to her about what I was doing. And this is before I had any idea what she did. And she's like, yeah, you're already doing this. So do this. So I kind of jumped into the SavvySystem and then ended up contracting for the Virtual Savvy before I came on full time. And so I started as the executive assistant. That's where many of you might have first had interactions with me. If you email hello@the-virtual-savvy, a good majority of the time you're talking to me. So, and then I recently moved into the account specialist. So now I help our students and prospective students with all account related things. And I love every minute of it. So that's me.
Oh, I love it so much. We love having you on the team. If anyone's ever interacted with Emily, she is an absolute joy, literally the most patient person I know. I'm like, how do you make, people will literally be like, I'm mad because blah, blah, I don't know, customer service. Like there's always like people. And then at the end of the day, they'll be like, can you be my godmother? Like they like love her so much. It's ridiculous. Okay. That particular thing hasn't happened, but I swear it's like that drastic sometimes. We're like, how do you make people so happy? It's amazing. I love this. Before we actually, I have one more person that's going to join us too. Alex was able to join us. Yay! Alex is here too. So we'll get her savvy story. But I love this because Christy put her savvy story in the comments and I want to read it as well. So Christy is one of our SavvySystem students and just like an ambassador. She's killing it in her business. So I wanted to read her story as well. And I want to hear your story. Like if you have a savvy story, drop it in the comments because we want to know what your savvy story is. She says, I wanted joy in my life. My 9-to-5 does not bring joy. Great job, but I need something else. I want to be autonomous, to make decisions on my own terms, run a lucrative business, even though I still work my 9-to-5 and working all out. My VA business has been so lucrative, not to mention the incredible people I've met and grown to love. It's a life and game changer, authentic and real story of success. I love it so much. Thank you for sharing.
Christy.
I know, right? And if any of you guys have a savvy story, we want to know. Let us know in the chat what your savvy story is. And I love this. Melissa too said, I'm a big SavvySystem fan. I say sign up if you're on the fence. There'll be 3,000 new VA friends waiting for you in the private group. Yes, because we do. We had 300 join in the past 2 weeks, but there are over 3,000 students in the SavvySystem, you guys. 3,000 people who have decided to say yes on taking like a chance down this path toward a totally different life for themselves. And it's always, we've kind of coined this like be bold phrase that we've been saying all year. And I love it because it is a decision to be bold. Like I'm going to be bold in myself. I'm going to be bold and believe in myself. And I just see it happening over and over. And it's just one of my favorite things is when we watch you guys be bold. I absolutely love it. And so thank you, Melissa, for sharing that. And I do want to remind you guys because we have about 45-ish minutes left until the SavvySystem officially closes for this year. How crazy is that? Like you will not be able to join in until next year. January 2022 is when we launch the course again. So if you've been on the fence at all, you can check out the sales page. Our team is there ready to chat with you. If you have any questions for them, you can drop them here in the comments. Drop them. If it's a more private question, you can drop them in the chat over there. And I just want to encourage you guys because we do have a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you want to try it out, try it out, see if it works for you, because we're really, really confident that it does. So I had to throw that out there. Over 300 students have already joined. We're so proud of the ones who have, but the doors do close at 10 o'clock Central time tonight. Okay. With that said, let's backtrack and go to Alex. Alex, I'm so happy you were able to join us. She was having Wi-Fi issues for a second.
I was.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So tell us, we're going through and talking about our savvy stories. What's your savvy story, Alex?
Oh, my savvy story probably sounds like a lot of others. I really wanted to work from home, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. So I think it was on Pinterest or something like that. I was Googling like work from home, and somehow I stumbled on the Virtual Savvy. And probably like everyone else, I was watching YouTube videos of Abby and just falling in love with her. And was like, oh my gosh, like I'm her, like she's me, and you just feel so connected to Abby, right? So that's how it started. And I joined the SavvySystem, I would say about 4.5 months into it, I was able to leave my job. And I had 4 clients and I was just over the moon. So yeah, that's the quick version of it, obviously. It didn't look that packaged. So,
and I mean, yeah, it's always fun when people are like, tell your story. I tell it in like 30 seconds. I'm like, there's a lot more. Like there were some really great things, some really like hard things, and there was a lot. But like, how do you say that? So I think you did a great job. But that's really incredible. That is, that's truly an accomplishment. And I think that sometimes, we just think, I don't know. We think that overnight it's just going to be like this instant success, and you found a lot of success very, very quickly. But it's a lot of hard work that goes into it as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Let's move on to Miss Rachel. If we have more, if you guys have a savvy story, make sure you put it in the comments as well.
My savvy story starts in 2017. I was a mama of two littles, wanted to pay for my son's preschool and my gym membership, and wanted to find legit work from home. And that's my Google search, legit in quotes, work from home. And so stumbled upon Abby. I did find her on Pinterest, gobbled up all of the free material that I could, and made the decision on the very last day of launch to say yes. And I think I waited till like the last hour it was open and said yes, and purchased the SavvySystem and launched my business. I was fully booked on what I wanted to do within 1 month. I made a pivot and change to different services a few months later and took it full time and booked out all of my services. And I was working with multi-6, 7-figure dollar business owners as their executive virtual assistant. And then in 2018, Abby, who was at the top of my dream list, needed an executive assistant. And I think that was the year there was like 2,500 applicants or something crazy like that.
No, it was 4,500. We posted a job opportunity and had 4,500 people apply. We were like, what in the world?
Well, that changes my story dramatically now, doesn't it?
Insane.
So there were 4,500 applicants. But again, I waited until the last minute because I didn't know what value I was going to bring to the table, but ended up just putting myself out there, went for it, and was brought onto the team in October of 2018 as the executive assistant. And I've held several different positions before landing here as the senior director of product. So my job is to direct these beautiful ladies in helping you inside of your product. And I could not ask for a better team of amazing women to work with to support such amazing students and members that we have.
Oh my gosh, so awesome. Well, thank you guys. It's so fun to get to hear you guys' stories. I know that, you know, behind the scenes, we are supporting our students. We are, you know, helping you with your proposals or, you know, like your account information or all this other stuff. But sometimes it's nice to just put like a face to a name to a face. And so thank you guys. And Rachel, I have a question. Why do you think you waited till the last day, till the last minute, just in case anybody else is here, you know, since we have like 23 minutes left until the doors close to the SavvySystem. I'll just shameless plug, put it up there. Why do you think you waited till the last minute?
I had never purchased an online course before. Like it was completely foreign to me. I mean, 2017, there were a lot of courses out there, but I was completely foreign to the idea of what that looked like and what that meant. And so I was scared. Like I was really scared to make that investment. It also was a big investment for our family because I was staying at home and I wasn't working with our two littles. And so it was a huge sacrifice for me to do that. And it was an expense that we would have to take on, but I wanted to do it. And so I knew in my gut that this was it. This was the solution. For me, it would give me something that was mine. It would allow me to be creative. It would allow me to tap into my professional gifts, talents, and abilities. And so I had to say yes. I waited, but I had to say yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. Cause I feel like that's so many people can probably relate to that, right? Like I get it. Like the first time I bought an online course, it obviously wasn't SavvySystem because I created the SavvySystem. But, you know, I invested in plenty of courses. And I remember my first course, it was like $1,000 course, maybe a $1,500 course. And I was like, okay, like this is a big deal. Like this is a really big deal. And it takes a lot of thought. And we understand that, guys. We know, like, we know the course is worth that price, obviously. Like it's worth, in my opinion, probably, hopefully, if you're a student, if you think it's worth the price, you can put it in the comments. But like, you know, because we provide so much value, it is literally business in the box, the contract, 54 hours of content, lifetime access to the community, job proposals you don't get anywhere else. Like we know it's worth the cost, but that still doesn't make it any easier to swallow. Like we get that. And that's why we always tell people we're like, it's, you know, it's up to you. Like you have to do your own research, feel good about it. Don't if this is going to make you put yourself in a situation where you're not going to feed your kid, like, no, like, don't just go feed your kids and like work on our free content and come back in January. Right. Like, don't ever put yourself in a situation where it's going to be like bad. But I don't know, Melanie, I'm curious, because I know that you purchased the course as well. Like what do you think your biggest fear was whenever you went into the Savvy system?
So my biggest fear going into the Savvy system was, before I actually made that investment, was the price. As a single mom, that was definitely something that I was scared of, is that initial investment. But once I got into the Savvy system, I was like, okay, you know what? My dreams are bigger than my fears. I'm just going to do it. And then I got in there and I see all of these people. And this was even a couple of years ago. There were so many people in there that I was comparing myself. And I was afraid that I wasn't, that there was always going to be somebody that was one step ahead of me, or that there's so many people. And I found myself always comparing. But once I got clear and just, as Rachel says, keep your blinders on. And I just focused on the very next task, the very next lesson. That's when I found myself getting those clients and finding myself being able to quit my full-time job.
That's so good. I'd love to hear from you guys too. Like, drop in the comments if there's, like, whether it doesn't have to be like about buying the course, like it could be about, just starting your VA business in general. Like, what's the scariest part to you? Because I think it's good sometimes to hear other people's fears, to be like, oh, I'm not alone. Like, I think that's one of the things that can trip us up the worst, is not necessarily the fear, but the fear tied with the fact that we think like, oh, and I'm the only one that feels this way, and everybody else is just, flying through this or getting clients like crazy. Everybody else is figuring it out, and I'm the only one that has these insecurities or has these fears or anything like that. And so, and it's not true. And so I think that's why it's so important for us to like be vulnerable, to talk about the fears that we had or currently have, right? Because they don't necessarily end. Even we have students that, are making $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month, and they still have fears, right? Like, there's still roadblocks that they have to overcome and things like that. So it doesn't stop at any point. I think we just get better at like choosing boldness over our fear and knowing like it's worth it.
That was so
right?
well said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. If you have anything else to pitch in, you can. I just kind of get on my soapbox.
Yeah, no, I was feeling that.
Yeah.
Reached to my heart.
Christy, she says, I researched so many courses for laying out the Savvy system. The content you get from the course out of this world. The marketing portion alone is worth the entire course. Oh, that's awesome. My business revenue jumped 50% after following just the marketing module. Wow. Jessica, I joined 2 weeks ago and it's so worth it. And then Jess says, Savvy System was my first course. I'm so happy I stumbled across Abby on YouTube. Yay, we are so happy with it too, Jess. I love it. And Corinne, look at you being bold and sharing your right here in the comments, is believing that at 55, I can learn all the techie stuff I need to know. Yeah, I get that, honestly. And I mean, the fact that you're joining us here, I think is a huge testament to your your drive to do this. And I think every single one of us has like that thing, like, I think I could do it, but, right? I think I could do it, but I'm not, but I'm a single mom, or but I'm still working my 9 to 5, but I, don't have as much tech skills, but, like I've already had a career or whatever. Like, I think we all have that, like, oh, yes, but you don't get, my situation is different, right? And no, and that's a cool thing too. And I don't know, like, I mean, this is our customer support product team right here. So you guys might even be able to like think of some examples, but I don't think we have a single person that comes into the course that doesn't have that, like, oh, but like, some kind of fear. But I know that you guys all the time are also seeing people that are like overcoming those things, right? And people who have other, like, there's other people in the course. So like Corinne, like, we have 55 and up in our course. Like, that's not uncommon. I don't think we have any, like Yeah, I've tried. Well, I guess I probably shouldn't have said like, I'm like 95 or something, like not comparing. 55 is actually not old at all.
No.
I would not have found I should have gone down. Okay, I apologize. But I mean, really, like, you know, oh, I'm a single mom. Okay, we have other single moms in the course, right? I'm a guy. We have other guys in the course, right? I live in California where it's really expensive to start a business. Well, we have other Californians in the group, right, Melody? But more as well, right? So I think that, you know, we have whatever that like, oh, but like number one, your motivation can outweigh that. Number two, you have a support system. And number three, you're not alone. And I don't know, maybe one of you guys can speak to that too, because I think one of the most valuable parts of the Savvy system is the community, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're not alone in this journey. I don't know if any of you guys want to
Hands down. For me, the community was such an anchor, especially in those embryonic stages, like in the beginning, you know, where you're like, everybody does this, I'm sure. Like you get into the community, you know nothing about virtual assistants, and you're just like, you're scrolling through, you're looking at everybody's portfolios, and you're like, wow, like this is real, you know? And it gets you excited. Like you get into it. You're like, wow, like somebody got a client, you know, oh my God, they got their third client. Well, they got a 10K month, you know, and you get excited and you celebrate each other. So, and it just, you're like pumped, you know, you're like, I'm ready to go, right?
I love it.
Absolutely. And I want to piggyback off of that too. And also share that our community isn't just for those celebrations. It's also to share when you're struggling, because not everybody in your life understands what it is to start an online business. They may support you or they may not, but even if they support you, they don't really know the struggles like other people going down this same path. So when you're in the community, we have so many people that share, I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling with mindset. I'm struggling finding clients. And there must, and on the daily, I see just 20, 30, 40 comments of people lifting each other up, inspiring, brainstorming, and coming up with ideas to overcome the struggle. It is such an incredible thing inside of the community. And it's such a wonderful place full of positivity. I could not love the community more.
I know, right? So good. I love this. Melissa put her Savvy story. I don't have the whole thing. It cut off a little bit. So if you want to put the second half again, I'm sorry. I guess this must be the system we use to show the whole thing. But I found Abby online. It was so much free content that was really valuable. My fear in purchasing the system was that I could just get all the content for free on YouTube. First, I signed up for Savvy Vault, which brings incredible value to members. It's always fresh with new courses. I purchased SavvySystem even after I had built my business, even after I had built my business for 18 months and had solid client income coming in and working on my business full time. I have to know the rest of the story. Put the rest of it. Awesome. So let's go ahead and here's what I would love to do. Because we're talking about the community, we're talking about all of the wins. I would love for us to share some of those stories. So, and you guys can be like kind of thinking of them. If you've had a big win, whether you're a SavvySystem student or not, we want to celebrate you. That's one of the things that we love to do. We have an entire Slack channel called Celebrate. And we literally, like when you guys have wins, we celebrate them with you. We love to post your wins on Instagram, and we love celebrating your wins with you. So if you've had a big win in your business, like go ahead and drop it in the comments. We would love to celebrate a big win that you have personally had. And it's one of the things that we really, really love doing. And I do want to, because I know we've had a few new people jump on. I do want to remind you guys, we have, what is it now? We have 32 minutes left until the Savvy system closes, 10 p.m. Central Time tonight. If you guys have questions, like drop them in the comments. If you have kind of a more private question, our team is hanging out on chat just at SavvySystem.com because it's our step-by-step signature program to launch, grow, and scale your virtual assistant business. And let me tell you, it works. The system works when you work the system.
Yes.
And we're so convinced that it does that we have a 30-day money back guarantee. So any questions you have about it, drop them in the comments. We can answer them here live, or you can go and chat with our team as well. So I want to know, what is a big win that you have had recently? Drop it in the comments. Our team is going to go around and maybe share some of the wins. Before we do that, I'm going to highlight something to you really, really quickly. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen because this is going to kind of show you inside, like when you go to SavvySystem.com, what you're going to see. Okay. And I want to point something out that's really, really cool to you. It might be cool to you. I think it's really cool. So you can see, obviously, like our card is closing soon. There's our little fun little countdown timer, less than 30 minutes left. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we won't open this course until next year. So we have so much here, right? Like what can happen in 6 months? Here's everything that you get inside of the Savvy system. And you guys can scroll through. I could read this, but it would probably take the rest of the 30 minutes if I just read this out loud. Places we've been featured in. We have testimonies. And this is what I was going to show you. And you can go on, and we might take a look at this a little later. It goes through and it shows all of the modules that are in the course. You can drop these down to actually look like what's in the Discover Your Skill Set lessons. Well, we're going to talk about your services. We're going to talk about 10 ways you can offer. We literally teach you general admin skills in this lesson. Decide if you're going to niche or not niche, how to decide on your services, how to price and package your services. So it literally breaks it down and tells you what every single module and every single lesson is. It's over 100 lessons in the course, plus all of our bonuses are listed here. So you guys can go to this on your own. I'm not going to go through and like read every single element of this. You guys can go through SavvySystem.com, and this is what we're looking at. But I wanted to show you one of the really cool things on the sales page that you might not have even seen. So when you go to the very top, right, let me just scroll back up, make you guys dizzy. When you're at the top and you go down and you see these testimonials, real stories from our real students, guys, this is just a snippet. We literally couldn't fit them all on this page because it would take up so much room. So if you go and click read the reviews, then these are more stories. Okay. I'll even make my screen a little bigger for you guys. These are even more stories from our real students. Okay. And you can go through and see just some highlighted stories, some wins. Sadie built a team and gave herself a paid maternity leave. Kaylee runs an OBM and VA agency. Lynette is fully booked after leaving a 15-year career. So I want you can go through and find your own story. Talk about finding people who have been in your shoes. Oh, there's Melanie. Look, your testimony's here.
My hair was so red.
And I mean, some of the stories are so incredibly powerful. Castle started her business while battling cancer, right? You guys remember Castle working through the course. Savvy System taught Courtney more than she took a virtual assistance course in college and then came and took our course afterwards and was like blown away. She's like, this is so much more than my college course taught me, right? We have Aaron and Kiva's stories that we went and captured live. I mean, we just have so many. And then this is really cool. If you're unsure about something, if you're like, I don't know because I'm scared. Oh, well, here are some people who were scared too, right? Or I don't have any skills. Let's talk about not having skills. We have literal testimonials just to talk about the thing that you may be struggling as well. So I didn't want you guys to miss that. You can go to thevirtualsavvy.com/results, or if you click on our Savvy System sales page where it says real stories, you can click read the reviews and go through and read some of those reviews because it's literally just incredible to see all these wins, these successes. So shout out to all these students. Maybe your face is even on this page, right? Maybe you are one of the members here, or you want your face to be on this page. You can send us a testimony. It's fine. We'll put it on here. But we love to celebrate our students. We love to feature our students. So just shout out to all of you, absolutely killing it in your businesses. And if you have a win, we want to share it. So what is a big win that you've had recently? I know that we know, I know that we have a few here in the comments. Jamie says, I love hearing about others' wins. It's evidence what's possible. I hit my first 5K my first 5K months in July, thanks to acquiring 2 new clients and increasing my capacity with another. The money is nice on its own, but it means that I get to move out of my friend's spare room where I've been staying the last few months. Jamie, that's amazing. One of our all-star SavvySystem students. We've been killing it. I love it. Melissa, yesterday, I signed on another client for a 40-hour package at $1,600 a month. I would not have created monthly packages and would still be billing by the hour if it weren't for the SavvySystem. Oh, that's so great. I love it. So good. Let's see. Any other really great... Oh, here's this might be the rest of Melissa's stories because I didn't get to read her full story earlier. I decided to purchase it and use the system to audit my own business practices, adjust the module. It was the best decision I could have made. I've been able to create depth to my client experience by adopting many of the recommended practices. I'm so grateful. I'm a single Northern California mama right now. I am in the Savvy Vault learning Dubsado as I watch this live event. Awesome. So great. If you guys have any other Savvy wins, like we want to hear them. We want to celebrate with you guys. Okay. So a big win. Are there any big wins that you guys have been seeing? Like you guys are the product team, you're interacting all the time with our students. So what are some of the big wins that you guys have been seeing?
So I definitely want to give Olivia a shout out. This last month, she shared with us that she closed her first year and she more than doubled her salary in the first year of being in the SavvySystem. And she said that she couldn't have done it without the SavvySystem and the support inside of the group.
Oh, I love it so much. Everybody shout out. Congrats, Olivia. Woo!
Congrats.
That's so awesome. Anybody else?
Well, I was just thinking of some of our top students, and I went to the group too. We can scroll through and read some celebrations that were there, but I'm thinking of the amazing and beautiful Thais. She started her business not even a year ago, and she's super close to hitting 500,000 in her business and plans to hit 1 million soon after. She's rapidly growing and building and doing an amazing job. We have Krista Da Silva. She just hit her first 6 figures in her business, and she's only been in business for a year, and she specializes in systems and system build out. So shout out to those beautiful ladies.
Shout out, ladies.
I know, right? So cool. I was just searching the hashtag celebrate inside of our SavvySystem. And we have Rihanna. She just started 2nd week of July and she has 4 clients.
Wow.
No, right? We have Susanna. She posted yesterday that she just got 1 more client. We have Lolita. She just had an amazing discovery call and got her first retainer client. So many amazing wins that are being posted just in the last couple days inside of our community.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So good. So good. We're so proud of you guys. You know, we have this course. We give you the tools, we give you the roadmap, but like you guys are the ones that wake up each day, put in the work, face your fears. And I'm just like, I'm so impressed and honored to know it, all of you guys. It's been awesome. Missy says this month the Savvy community helped build my confidence. I've had discovery calls every day this week and I didn't break a sweat. That's a huge accomplishment, right? I feel like before I get on a Zoom call, I'm still kind of like, okay, here we go. It's not even always discovery calls. I'm just like ready, you know? So that's seriously a big deal. Going into your discovery calls with confidence is a big deal. And it's one of the things we give you inside the course is a discovery call template. So you know, okay, I'm not just going into, I don't have to go into this nervous because I know exactly what I'm going to say, right? So that's one of the features that I love. Chrissy says one of my big wins was a client actually that I wanted to fire. There was a communication issue after posting in the private group. Oh, I love that the group is private like that, so you can post stuff like this. I recommended some great guidance from others. That client came back to me after realizing their communication issues. They now pay me more. That's amazing.
Oh my!
So you were going to fire a client and you came back and now you're still working with them. They understand the error of their ways and they're paying you more. That is a testimony. That's amazing. I absolutely love it. Very cool. Well, keep sharing your wins. We want to keep celebrating with you. Just a reminder, you guys, 10 o'clock tonight. So we're coming on like 22 minutes left until the Savvy system closes. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's actually happening. So just so you guys know, 10 o'clock tonight is when we close the doors, and they do not open again until January. Okay, so if you guys have been on the fence, definitely this is the time. And if you have questions, like this is our live Q&A time, right? So there's no dumb question. Any question that you have, we would love to answer it live. You can also just go to SavvySystem.com, and we have our chat there, our whole support. Like this is just some of the team. If you guys don't know, we have a very big team. There are actually 20 full-time team members here at the Virtual Savvy, and we're here devoted to helping you guys. So some of the team members whose faces are not here are standing by on chat to answer your questions privately. If you would rather do that, you can just go to SavvySystem.com and they can answer your questions about the course. There's a lot of people asking questions right now. So if you have like a general question, it's probably better to drop it here than to go ask them like, how do I get clients? No, you can ask those questions here and you can ask them about the course. I feel like I should specify that. Okay, so here's what I want to do, because we still have 20 minutes left. I want to take a moment to really go through, let's do this. Let's do one more round robin of like something in the course that, I don't know, either that you like, or since you guys are interacting with students, something that you think is kind of one of the things that maybe people don't know about it, right? Like, maybe you don't know, but did you know that the Savvy system blank? It has something, or there's like an element, because there's so much included in the course that I feel like sometimes people can like lose track of what all is included. So we'll just do like a quick round robin and just name something that you're like, oh, this is my favorite part of the Savvy system, or this is something that maybe people don't know exists.
So I really want to highlight our weekly calls that we have. We have inside of the Savvy system, this is one of my favorite things, where students can get support every week and feedback every week. So I'm just going to break them down. Once a week, we have a student development day, and we start with the first Wednesday of each month. We have accountability calls, and there's Zoom calls where you can connect with other students and talk about what's going well in your business and maybe what's not going so well. But this is where other students can really build strong relationships with each other. And then the second Wednesday, we have our critique calls, where you can literally get feedback on anything you're working on in your business live inside of the group. And we give you some actionable steps to improve your portfolio so that you're more likely to get those clients. And then we have our third Wednesday, which has open office hours, where you can just come and hang out with us inside of Zoom, and we help you with whatever's going on in your business. And we just really hang out and get to know each other while you also get support on things you're working on in your business. And then the fourth Wednesday, we have deep dives and hot seats. And we really dive into topics that you guys are struggling with and really help you guys either learn or be inspired by student stories. But I don't think a lot of people know how much support you get from the Virtual Savvy team. And we have dedicated days where we really, really highlight that.
That's awesome. Thanks, Melanie. What about you, Alicia?
Sorry, I muted myself again. So you mentioned, Abby, something that maybe people aren't aware is included with the course. And the thing that comes to my mind is something that I was so surprised and excited about, was that you don't shy away from like the tax and legal side of things inside the course. And I think that's something that a lot of other courses maybe don't touch on as much. And so I know that we have a lot of students that are really excited that is something that you cover. So yeah, that was something that I was excited about. That's
awesome. Yeah. So we have entire modules, one about taxes and invoicing, and one all about, your contract and legalities and all of that. And yeah, I have noticed that as well. And, and that's not even saying, like, we're not legal professionals. We're not tax professionals. We brought in people that are, so that they could talk about it. Like, it wasn't that hard to do. Right. So I think that, that's really cool. Awesome. What about you, Alex?
I would say the first one that pops to mind when you ask that question is a virtual assistant database that we offer our students, where you can input into a spreadsheet your name, your contact information, and the services that you offer. And then when we receive a job op from someone and we share it in our communities, we respond with that database. So they actually have the option to jump in, scroll through and see what services you offer to see if maybe you're going to be a good fit. And then they can maybe even reach out to you. So that was like a big shock to me when I first saw the SavvySystem. I was like, word, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like we don't even always highlight that. Like we're like, and your name is listed in our VA database, but we're like, okay, what's the VA database? No, like we get like tons of job opportunities every single month. And we respond in the email, hey, here's a list of our VAs, right? So they can go through it. It's filtered really nicely. So they can be like, oh, I want somebody who is a copywriter and boom, boom, boom. And they can like, it's really, really nice. So,
yeah, no, it is. That's a serious added like hidden value in my mind.
That's so good. What about you, Emily?
Yeah, so I think we often hit with the phrase business in a box. And I think a lot of people hear that and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you teach me how to start my business, how to market it and get clients. But that's not it. So the part that always stands out to me is our part about like self-care and balance, vacation, planning extended leave. Like there's literally no stone left unturned. So if it's something you need to know about in your business, chances are it's in there. So that's what always stood out to me was like just the really thoroughness of it.
There's some of our like current students that are like, oh, wait, a VA database? Like, because sometimes our posts and stuff get in, like there's so much in the course that it's easy to miss, which is why you have lifetime access. So if you miss something, it's totally okay. It's like one of those things that just keeps giving. And then Missy was like, shame on me for just realizing we have an attorney. We can ask legal questions. That's a game changer. So yeah, so one of the things we do here at the Virtual Savvy is we pay an attorney on retainer to answer you guys' questions about your contract. So she's actually the attorney who created the contract. And then you guys can literally like email her individually at any point as a SavvySystem student and ask questions about the contract. Or if your client is like wanting to change this part or wanting to add something, you can be like, is this okay? And she will literally, and she responds really fast too. Like she's amazing and will respond to every question. So that's a huge, huge resource. All right, Rachel, what do you think?
I don't know. It's really hard going last, y'all. Like y'all gave really good answers.
You're like, oh, I was going to do that one. Let me do this one. I was going to do that one.
But let me say this too. I know that several of our current SavvySystem members are asking about that database. If you jump into the community and go up to the announcements, it's one of the announcements. There's several there, so sometimes they get hidden, but the link to fill out the information for that VA database is up there in the top under announcements. So you can jump in there. Okay, so one thing that I love about what we do inside of the community itself is that we help our people flex their business brains. So you do have lifetime access to SavvySystem. You have access to all the updates. You have access to the community. But we know that we can't always be in your back pocket to always ask yourself the questions and answer those questions. So what we do inside of the SavvySystem when we are helping and supporting you is we don't always just give you the answer. Okay, and that's really, really important and strategic for us as a team is because we want to help you make the decisions inside of your business. So when you ask our opinion, we sometimes won't just give our opinion. Sometimes we will turn it around and we will ask you questions purposefully to help you flex that business muscle and start to grow it. So as you grow as a business owner, you learn how to ask yourself those questions so that you can continue to grow and eventually scale your business. And that's really something important that I love that our team does inside of the community is ask those difficult questions. And sometimes we have to give you a little bit of tough love, but that's important for us to hear sometimes. So that's something that I love that we do inside of the community.
I love it so much. Yeah, that community, it's always one, our team is giving super thorough responses. Like sometimes I'll be there and be like, whoa, somebody asked a question and there's like this paragraph. Sometimes it is just kind of like, we think you know which one is best. What do you think? Because you're trying to get them to grow, because we want you to grow as a confident business owner and be confident in your own decisions, right? And then, sometimes we're tagging other people like, ooh, I actually know. So sometimes it's actually connecting you to the right person. Here's a tech thing. Hey, Chachi, what do you think about this? Or something about Facebook ads. Janelle, what do you think about this? Right? And so sometimes we're tagging other experts. And then one of my favorite parts is sometimes, well, most of the time, like you will post a question in the community and it's not even our team that's responding, because since we have lifetime, I want you guys to understand this. Since the course has lifetime access, we literally have students that have been in the course since we launched. We should go and I need to find that list of the first 16 people that bought back in December 2016, right? And the first 16 people that bought that course in 2016 are literally still in the community, right? Like nobody has lost access to that additional bonus. And so it's like, you're not just getting us and our team and our expertise, although I think our expertise is great, but you're literally getting the people who have been in this journey exactly the same as you and are still living this thing, and they're still interactive. Like it's crazy to me how many of our students who joined the course 2-3 years ago are still like super interactive and now want to give back by helping others. Like it's just, I don't know, it's a really, really great place. So shout out to you guys, because seriously, I know we have a ton of students watching this, and I feel like you guys are the ones that really make this community great, and we just really, really value. Melissa was on the second launch. Isn't that crazy? Melissa's the COO of the company now. And she was on the second launch of the course. It's so cool. Oh, look at this. Kendria says, I just signed up for the SavvySystem yesterday. Congratulations. Yay. We're so excited. I've been a VA for a year. I have 2 clients. Decided to pause because of my process is onboarding. I'm here for refinement. Looking forward to all the SavvySystem and development of my business. I love it. We're so excited. I'm sure you've jumped in already, and it's a lot. I will say this. When you join the course, it's a little overwhelming because there's so much. We're like, here's a community, here are all these bonuses, here's the course. If you do the ultimate, then you have these 60, almost 70 tech courses, right? So here's our recommendation, guys. Just take one step at a time. Make sure that you choose your pace plan. That's one of the first things, is like, how fast am I going to launch, right? Carve out the time. All right, these are the days, these are the times. This is whether you're a SavvySystem student or not. Carve out the days and times that you're going to work. Devoted time on your business. There's a difference between devoted time and distracted time. And devoted time is when you are, fully able to do deep work on your business, to make decisions, to make things happen, right? And then if you are a SavvySystem student, guys, the course is set up in a step-by-step fashion. In fact, I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like when you become a member. So this is literally like inside access, okay? So as we're going through this, I want to remind you guys, because we have 8 minutes left. So if you have any last minute questions, drop them in the comments, because this is the time, because we're literally in the final countdown, right? So, you can't sing it because then YouTube will block the video, I found out. If you sing really good and you actually sound like the song, then I'm just kidding. You can play the song.
What to say, really?
No, not really. But if you play the song, you can't actually play the song. I found that out one time. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you actually join the course, okay? So you come in and look, 117 lessons. It's like, whoo, that's a lot. It is a lot. However, what we recommend you doing is just start lesson 1, module 1, right? Lesson 2, module 1, lesson 3. And this is going to teach you how to do every single thing. And as you go through the lessons, you'll realize, okay, I know where everything is, right? Like I did the beginning, so I know how to access everything. I know, we're going to set expectations. We're going to set goals, right? We're going to tell you about our milestone program where we send you, free swag, and all of that is included. Then, okay, it's time for the next part. Let's talk about services. Should I niche or not? I'm going to price and package my services, right? I'm going to decide what my premium package is. I'm going to go through and really get my mindset around my pricing and my money really handled. We're going to do a brand. So what is a brand, right? Like, what is my brand personality? Do I want it to be fun? Do I want it to be professional? Do I want to use the color teal? Do I want to use the color gray? Do I want all of that fun stuff? And if you're not good at this, it's okay. We teach you, even if you're not good at this stuff, how to do it well. Processes and assets. So we're going to create a portfolio, a Facebook page, right? Get your EIN number. Make sure you know how to onboard a client. Payments, invoices. This is what we were talking about. We're going to talk about taxes. We're going to develop a profit and loss spreadsheet, right? Talk about being professional and legit business owners. We're going to go into legalities. We're going to understand what is an independent contractor. We're going to make sure you know if you want to do an LLC or not, right? What are any state requirements? Do I need to have any special insurance for my business? We're going to teach you how to market, right? This entire lesson is devoted to how to be a good marketer. And then we go through and we show you how to get jobs on Facebook groups, your core groups, local networking events, Facebook, LinkedIn, job search, Craigslist. There's even more if we expand this section. Web development, right? So you're going to teach you how to develop a website. This is that part that Emily was talking about. All right, how to deal with difficult clients. How do I ask for testimonials? How do I do self-care and balance? How do I transition from part-time to full-time? How do I fire a client, right? This is what we were talking about. How do I take vacation, extended leave? And we teach you how to scale, how to build a team, SOPs, workflow. I mean, literally everything. When we say business in a box, it's because there is everything. And this is why we give you lifetime access too, because it is 54 hours of content. We don't expect for you to get through it overnight. You have this course at your disposal. And what's so cool is that when you click, let's click on that how to fire a client lesson, right? So you've got the lesson here. You can play the video. In this lesson, we're going to be talking. There's the lesson. You can watch it in 2x speed if you want. One of my favorite things. And then we actually have the this is what you're going to learn in this lesson. And then there's resources, right? So sometimes it's going to be a PDF. Sometimes it's going to be a worksheet. Sometimes it's going to lead you to one of our templates in our template vault, right? Where you can copy and paste a template that you may need for that certain situation. So these are all the things that are included in the course on top of the community, on top of the live streams, on top of the attorney access, on top of the contract, on top of, the tech courses, if you go with the ultimate. All of these things are included in the course. And that's why people sometimes are like, oh my gosh, yes, I forgot about the VA database, because you're getting so much other stuff included, right? So good, right, guys?
Oh my gosh, so good.
Yes.
And that's one thing that I forgot to talk about was that milestone process. And I would love to talk about that for a second, because we just, you're going through in the Savvy system and working on your business, and we're just literally celebrating by giving you free things, shirts, and we have totes, just by hitting different milestones in your business. And that's a relatively new feature that some of our Savvy System students are like, what? When did that happen? That's a recent rollout that we did just because we want to celebrate with you. There's a game board. And so building your business is, can be stressful, but we also try to make it really fun for you too.
So good. So good.
Right.
If any of you guys are on the sales page, you're seeing that little timer click down. And honestly, we do this for a couple of reasons. We close the course. So we only open this 2 times a year. We close it. It's closing at 10 o'clock Central Time, right? So you're going to see that little timer. We've got about 3 minutes left. So this is the time. But we do this for a few reasons. One, by closing the cart, we're able to really focus on our students. We had 300 plus students join this time around, okay? In the last 2 weeks, we have 3,000 students total. But there's so much momentum that happens when we do these launches. We have bunch of people to come in at once, and then we're able to focus specifically on those students, right? And then if I'm being honest, part of it is marketing on our end. We're not, we are marketers, right? We market a thing, you're going to be marketing a thing too. And sometimes people need that extra push to be like, okay, the door is closing. Literally, I'm on the checkout page right now, and I don't know if I should hit send, but I see the thing going down. And we understand that sometimes we just need that little bit of like, okay, I'm going to do it, right? And so we can give you the ability in like giving a deadline to encourage you to do something that maybe you wouldn't do otherwise. Maybe you would just put off a little longer, put off a little longer, put off. We're going to do it because we believe in you guys and we want to see this happen for you. So I know a lot of you guys are seeing that timer click down. Here's the thing. The Savvy system works. You can look at those results. You can see the stories, but at the end of the day, 2 minutes left of in this, like, you know, in your gut, if this is something that is for you, right? If it is, purchase. There's no risk because we have the 30-day money back guarantee. So just do it. Take a chance on yourself. Be bold. If it's not for you, that's okay too, right? You are always a Savvy. We love you guys. We are excited to have you inside of our community. Any final thoughts, you guys, as we close the cart?
I really want to say that when you join, a lot of people go in, and for those of you that don't know, I know Abby said it, but I really want to emphasize there's 30 days risk-free. So the worst case is you join and it's not for you. You can get your money back within 30 days. So at least you can say you tried and it's not for you. But so many people join and that were fearful and then decide, wow, this is for me because I have the support, I have the community, I have the tools. But if you join, then know that our team is here to support you and to give your money back within 30 days if it's not for you.
Yep. Awesome.
I would just like to say too, I know we say all the time, like, no risk, whatever. Like, yes, we're marketers, like Abby said, but also, guys, we really just want to see you change your life. If that's what you want, that's like, we will be your biggest cheerleaders and we will stand there and be the first one to be like, you know, help you through it. So like we do, we really just want to help you reach all of your dreams and more.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Savvy System, it's 10 o'clock, so we've wrapped it up. So excited. Thank you. Thank you, team, for joining us. Everybody who is here live. Guys, we cannot wait to support you. This is the time. This is the time to be working on your business. Put your all into it. If you fall off the wagon, you know, like spend a week and you're like, oh, I didn't do my Savvy System time. That's okay. Get back on the horse. Be intentional about your time. Get that devoted time in and ask us questions. We are here for you. We want to support you because we want to see you succeed. We want your wins on those results screens, right? We want to cheer you on. And I'm just so excited for each one of you. So thank you again for joining us tonight. This was super fun just to hang out. Melissa says, are we going to see confetti? Guys, there's so... I feel like I shouldn't show you this, but I told my husband, I was like, babe, we don't need to do confetti. Like, we don't need to. And then he brought it in.
Oh, you showed us, Abby.
My children are sleeping.
Oh, it makes all that noise. Okay. That makes sense.
You should.
Over 300 students. Let's pop the confetti. This is for you guys, all our Savvy System students. Okay, guys? You didn't know I was going to do this. Here we go. Oh my God, I didn't bust.
I love the way it looks.
Yep, we have confetti.
I love it.
He's going to be so happy.
Yes, he is, though.
Just so you know, if you ever wondered, if you ever come to the Ashley house, we always have confetti. It's just like a staple. We're just like, well, grab confettis. Who knows when we're going to need these? Should always be something you have in your house. Go get some confetti. When you get your first client, pop it. We'll all celebrate together. All right.
That's right.
Thank you guys again. I hope that you have an awesome night, and we'll see you in the Savvy System. Bye.